start streaming. And we are theoretically live.
Sweet.
Oh, and it seems to have gone up there as well.
Metaphorically. Also, I am metaphorically.
Begs the question, of course, how audible are we?
Good question. Let me.
Begs the question, of course, how.
Because then I'll get double.
Well, we're definitely very live.
Okay, cool.
And you know, I'm thinking in hindsight, I probably should have put some, categories and text.
What do you mean by categories?
Well,
cards of us. Oh, very good. Well, we can. I think it makes sense. We can do it on stream. So, Jesus Christ, that's bright. I'm gonna have to turn on my bloody main lights. God, I've just realised Excel doesn't have light mode, does it? Light mode and dark mode. It's just white.
It's just white.
Fucking hell, that is intense.
I can go over here for a second. Go over to the
go over to the dark side.
The stream. And then eventually the stream
Excellent connection.
Stream in it.
Dynamic picture mode. Can I just make my screen less bright, please? Fucking hell. Standard color mode. Cool. Standard. Cool. Standard. Okay. That fucking told me nothing.
I'm surprised that it's still this this mic is pretty old, but it still sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, you sound pretty clear. Okay,
yeah,
so let me start sending stuff at you. Can I just drag and drop? Too many uploads. You can only do 10 at a time. Well,
how many do you have?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do you mean that is 10?
Then just do 5 and 5.
Well, it won't actually. There we go. Jesus.
Maybe it means 10 ever.
I don't know. I mean, it literally just wouldn't let me.
Ah, it's Abby first, is it?
Well, it's alphabetical.
Ah.
Of the cards that I've made so far, like set up template wise, haven't. I've bloody lost. Oh. Upload a file.
What is
so
this?
Dina was last, was she? No, they haven't posted in alphabetical order. Fuck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Fedra should have been last. Henry, Isaac, Joel, Jerry, Jesse, Jordan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Am I doing the category?
How are your eyes doing for how bright it is?
Well, I have the lights on, so it doesn't actually seem that bright.
I've turned my lights on as well. Alphabetically, who did I just send? Marlene.
Let's see, we got
Maria.
Henry.
Have we got Mel? Did Mel send?
No. Mel is...
Mel's not there.
Not here.
Nora, Owen, Rat King, Rattler, Riley.
Rat King and Rattler.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I wonder if
10.
I can.
Oh, that's Stalker. Stalker's the last one. Okay, here's the next 10, and then the final 2 because they want to be different. I mean, there's multiple images of infected and like some enemy gangs and shit. Wait, shit, did I ever download the bloody, I think that it won't increase the number of cards, it will just be like, oh, I got more pictures of like Fedra or the WLF or the Seraphites. Let me see if I can still have them. It's like we should have some music in the background, like do 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 do.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
I can twiddle on the guitar very badly. You probably won't appreciate that.
My channel. Okay, just take me to YouTube.
Let me check. We're gonna get well, not demonetized, but it'll be funny because you will just have the bloody Last of Us music in the background or whatever you're looking for. Captions.
Let's put that down a little bit.
Albums. Last of Us Part 1, was it? We've got Fedra, so it must be part.
Does that mean
2.
it's... Yeah, that's
Can I
probably
get some
on.
more, guys? Yeah, so I got. Oh shit.
Is that audible now?
Is what audible?
Is it actually playing? Like, can you hear the Last of Us
Oh, I
stuff
can't
that's-
hear the stream because otherwise I get my own voice back.
Oh, could you switch on the
Yes.
sound of the stream for a second to see if you can hear like guitar
yeah.
twangings?
Yeah, let me check. YouTube. Yes, I can hear it very faintly. That's nice. That was a very good choice. Jesus. Look at you using your noggin. Is it just the menu music on loop or something? Is it?
It just says ambient music and ambience.
It sounds like it's the menu, yeah. So we've.
I wonder if it's got a track list down here or something.
Okay, so we've also got
Never mind.
Seraphites and just more infected, but those are
Lordy,
just
lordy,
pictures.
there's a lot of them.
So, like, I think I was going to put like Jordan and the guy that Jordan's with as just like regular as just like a WLF card, and then the Seraphites as another card.
Where is
Can I send multiple pictures at a time? Oh, I can't share. Why can't I share? So ironic that the only like place on the PlayStation where you can get no music is YouTube on the side, so you don't get played a preview.
Straight
You editing your
combat.
your Last of Us videos.
No, just
I just
setting
came
up
back
this,
to the thing, and
sharpshooters. Oh, where's the bleeding ampersand on this thing? And tools. Clickety clickety. Medical. Training. Come on. There we go. And endurance. And survival.
like, oh, I'll send you the template for the cards, so we've got the categories in a second as well.
Oh, I just typed in the categories.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't. Oh, from when I sent it to you before.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
enough, well,
ain't,
you're-
but
Far ahead of me then. Da-da-da-da-da.
well, I'm also burning your eyes with the white screen
It's
there.
okay. Like the infected. There we go. I've just sent you a just a good old disclaimer type thing.
Jordan counts as well. Okay, cool.
Just
How long
so
has
we
it been going on? This is
remember.
10 minutes already.
Okay, so do you want to go onto the Excel and I will list off the characters,
Okie doke.
and you don't have to.
Yep. Lay 'em on me.
Okay. Oh, is there a 10-second? Oh, there's probably a delay, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm on the spreadsheet.
Oh, right, on the stream.
What, on the stream?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
stream.
yeah,
There we go. Okay. Wait a second.
Huh?
Oh, I was minus like 2 minutes for some fucking reason. Sorry, that was me. Okay, I'm now live again. I
Ah.
hate it when it does that. I guess because I went onto the PlayStation for a second and off where I'm watching YouTube. It fucking. Okay, yeah. So characters. Abby.
Abby.
Abby. Bill.
Oh, ball.
Let me know when you've typed them in.
Yeah, done. Next. I'll just say something.
Bloater.
Looter. Next.
Clickers.
Clickers. Next.
That's another clicker. Fucking David.
Fucking David.
Dina. God, it feels so nasty.
Dina.
David straight like right next to Dina. Ellie, part 1.
Ellie. Brackets. Oh, that isn't what I wanted it to do. Part 1.
Ellie, part 2.
Ellie. Part 2.
Let me now just check. Did I take screenshots? I'm gonna open the bloody PSD file. Okay, after it's Fedra. I'm just checking if I call them Fedra soldiers or just Fedra. Next is Henry.
Henry. Next.
Oh, nice with the old dots. Is Henry. After Henry, it's Isaac.
Isaac. Next.
Joel part 1, although I can't find the picture I used, so.
Joel part 1. And next. I assume Joel part 2.
Joel part 2, yeah.
Part 2.
After Joel part 2 is everyone's favourite child murderer, or attempted murderer. It's Jerry, or Jerry Anderson.
Jerry. Okay, next after Jerry.
Jerry, after Jerry, it is the best boy. It is Jesse.
Jesse.
I'm just telling you now, even though it's not going to be alphabetical, it is the WLF.
The WLF, as in, like, that's
Yep.
done now.
After the WLF, it's Lev, the other best boy.
Then after Lev, we've got.
Manny.
And next.
Maria.
Maria. Maria!
Marlene is next.
Marlene. And next up is.
Mel.
Mel. And the next one. Wow, lots of N-named characters now that I look at it.
Yeah, this is kind of, this is becoming a pattern. Then it's Nora.
Nora. Okay, next up is.
Owen.
Owen. And the next one.
A jump. Now it's Rat King.
Rat King. Oh,
Yeah.
Rattlers.
No, the Rat King.
And then Rattlers
the
after that.
Then it's Riley. What are these guys fucking called? Oh, Runners. After Riley, you get the Runners.
We've got the Runners. Now we've got
Then you
the
get Sam,
Sam.
the other good boy. Then it's Shamblers. This is really testing like how much I take for granted about this, because like some of these characters' names, it's like some of them I'm just getting, and some of them I'm like, what's your fucking name? Yeah, the Infected's kind of like looking at a picture and going,
Well, that's an
Which one are
infected,
you?
all right.
Yeah, Shamblers, then Stalkers.
Stalkers. Okay, next one.
Oh, why is it showing me a picture of Mel? Tess.
Already on to T. We must be close to the
And
end.
finally, oh no, and then Yara.
Uh-huh.
And then the last card that I almost forgot is Seraphites.
Okay, we've got our list.
We've got that's 30. Is that 30? Yeah, that's 34. Have I got all the infected? We've got it should be runners, stalkers, clickers, bloaters, shamblers, rat kings. That's 6. I think we had all of them, didn't we? Bloaters, clickers, rat king, runners, shamblers, stalkers. Yeah,
that's
that
6.
looks like. Yeah. You know when you don't remember saying all of them, but
Yeah,
you do, yeah. Okay. Is it possible? I don't know, because on Macs it's really easy, but I work on a Windows all day, and I know it's a pain in the fucking ass to like split your screen. So we've got like the Excel on the left, and like we could put a picture on the right from Discord. Or is that a pain? If it's a pain, don't worry about it.
I don't think it'd be too much a pain, actually. Let me try something.
Yeah.
Are we starting from the top with Abby, I presume?
I think we might as well. Do you want to get up? Should we like set? Do you want to discuss kind of just and start from scratch, or do you want me to give you the kind of like some of the ones I've already started with? Because we can change them.
Oh, wait, that just does it entirely. Whoa, zoomed in, unzoomed in. And yeah, about there. Oh, now that I think about it, that's not going to go when I... it's fine, we can see it. I'll just
We can
re-click.
see it. Yeah, that's we know who we're talking about. Now, if you part minimize Excel, because it will disappear the moment you type on it, I think.
Yeah.
Why have I got Conquest stuck in my head? Have you heard that song?
No?
Oh, in a better conquest. I can't remember the actual lyrics.
Ah, there we go, okay. That'll do.
Yeah, that works, great. Wait, when you click on an image on Discord, does it come up in, I'm guessing...
You can make it
Firefox?
appear in your browser.
Oh,
And if I get rid
it
of
just comes up
this,
as like an
maybe it'll-
image in like a thing.
Yeah, just for
But
the sake
I'm
of
on a Mac
checking.
right now, so that's how.
Is that going to appear there? That's great, it'll appear there.
Yeah, cool. I am that one viewer. Okay, let me go on to back to.
So shall I assume that these stats are out of 100?
No, they're out of 50. 50
Out of
is the
50,
top.
okay.
Yeah, but like we are not gonna reach 50 for like anyone except I think the only 50 we're gonna give is possibly the bloaters on strength, because those fuckers are fairly aggressive to say the least. And so Cherry counts as Abby squad. Okay, Cherry. Abby. Alright, so oh yeah, shit. One of the other things that you don't have to represent on the thing, but I'm going to set up a file on my side as well, in case we come up with anything funny, because I've got like, you'll see if you have the card still open, I've got like age, height, nickname, occupation, affiliation, and performed by. And some of them, like Ellie, Joel, Abby, you know, some of the others are really fucking easy. I've realised some of them not so easy to work out their age, their height, and some of them have really obvious nicknames, and some of them really don't. So I'm thinking if we can come up with funny nicknames for some of the characters, great.
Great, but
But cards. So Abby, I've got her nickname is Abs, because like several people call
Yeah, they
her
do that
and
all
I just
the
think
time.
also it works because of like well, she has abs.
She's
which
very
I think
muscular. Yeah.
yeah, I like that they called her Abs beforehand, and then it took on a new meaning. And I always thought it would be funny if like Owen called her Absy when he was like annoyed with her,
Hmm.
but that's not canon. So,
That never happened in canon,
how
sadly.
old do you reckon Abby is?
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say. Let's go with 21.
Right, yeah, I kind of guessed with 22, 21, because she's supposed to be a little bit older than Ellie, but not much.
Yeah.
So, weirdly, I fell onto like a fucking Twitter like attempted like cancelling of Owen, because someone like on an article made up that Owen was like 24, dating like Abby when she was 16, and I'm like. No. No.
Yeah.
Let's not try and cancel a fictional character for an age where no one has officially said he was an adult when he was dating her when she was 60. Like, no, let's not fucking do that.
Yeah. Don't hate canon something and then
There
like.
are actually people who actually do this in the real world. And should
Yeah.
actually be
Focus your attention towards them.
It just, yeah. Okay, sorry. Strength. Do you want me to give you the ones I've got on the card as baseline, or do you?
Yeah. Note those down, and then if I feel like
Okay.
if I feel like I want an explanation, then I'll
Yeah,
ask for
okay.
that /
So
dispute it kind of thing.
Strength for Abby is 38.
Strength for Abby is 38.
Okay, so I feel like I should quantify this one straight away, because starting with Abby, like, she is one of the strongest characters
that's
I
reasonable.
scored so far.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of my thinking was, even though it's out of 50, most characters don't get above 40.
Yeah. It is
Like,
like the case that there are some heavy characters that can
exactly, yeah, like
the enemy types.
I think the only ones I started to score above 40 were the infected.
Yeah.
For certain things, and mostly because they're fucking weak on going to be weak on medical training, and they're already dead, so they're not very good at endurance and survival. But at the same time, it's then how well they survive as infected, I guess, is called into question there. Close combat for Abby is 44.
44.
44.
Yeah, that's fair. She like slides everyone in 44.
Yeah.
In close combat, my bad.
I like how I just said most people don't get over 40 and then give Abby 44 score. I didn't pre-read this card. Sharpshooter, I've got her as 24, because I don't know about you, but my aim was shit as Abby, and my aim was quite good with Ellie. So I wonder if there's like a handicap or something that they put on that character, or maybe I just got more stressed as Abby. Stealth threat, which
oh, sorry, what was the sharpshooter thing?
Cool. 24 for sharpshooter.
So that's below average.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I call that into question on the grounds that, like, I'm assuming that canonically she wins in her match against Manny?
Yeah.
And
well, okay,
does
yes,
she canonically
does.
win? Does she canonically win the archery, like high score archery as well, at the aquarium?
Well, I don't know, because I mean they've made responses for every version.
Yeah, that's true.
And she says, "I'll do better next time." I think she's an average shooter,
Mm.
because I think, in every cinematic, we see Abby absolutely burying people in hand-to-hand combat, but we don't see her shooting many people.
She is known as Isaac's top scar killer, but that could be down to, like you say, hand-to-hand.
Hand-to-hand, and I get the feeling, even though she's not really a stealth build character, I feel like, there are so many encounters where stealth is the way to go. And I think she's perfectly capable of it. So in that world, there's not going to be many bullets, even, for that war.
Yeah.
Canonically, there's not going to be many bullets even making their run. So I feel like Abby's going to be a lot better at punching and stabbing and choking than she is at shooting. I feel like she's slightly below average.
24 it is then.
Yeah, I mean, let me quickly check Tommy, because obviously Tommy's
like he's got to be
Tommy's
like
mad
40 or higher
good.
on your stuff, right?
I have not done Tommy card yet. I gave Joel in part 1 31 as a sharpshooter.
31.
So if
Yeah, I can see that.
As a bit of a kind of
Pretty
that was
good
my
kind of
baseline, because
thing.
Joel was the first card I made.
Ah,
So the baseline for sharpshooter was Joel at 31. And then Ellie part 2, I gave her 34. So
34. Yeah, seems reasonable. So like, yeah, so 30s is above
could
average.
you help me with a better category than stealth threat? Because it sounds so lame. But I couldn't
Stealth
think of
threat.
another way of saying, how good is this person at stealth without saying how good is stealth on its own. Because every other one except strength, I guess strength. Maybe stealth on its own can be, but what do you think? Do you think
I
stealth
think
on
stealth
its own,
is fine
or...
on its own.
Right, okay, yeah. Do you want to get rid of stealth threat and make it just stealth edges?
There we go. Okay, what was her stealth then?
Yeah, cool. Stealth was 23.
23.
Again, we can change these. I feel like that's going to be the main thing, is why I wanted to do this on a spreadsheet, is so we can see them all and go, no, this character needs to be higher than that character.
Just
or whatever, 'cause,
eyeballing that though,
yeah.
the Abby wins the first Abby versus Ellie fight, the one in the theatre, on stealth basically.
Yeah, that's true, but again, Ellie's not playing that very stealthy because she wants to enjoy the fight.
True.
I feel like I don't know whether I've because I said I literally just said in talking about close combat and justifying my sharpshooter, I said she's not great, she's pretty good at stealth, and then I gave her a worse score than sharpshooter on stealth. And as you said, so I think 2 of these already are probably going to change. Okay, crafting and tools, I gave her 29.
29.
I
Yep,
also
that's reasonable.
the
She can
first
do
3
bombs.
cards I made were
She can
Joel
do
part 1, Ellie part 2, and Abby. And I feel like I kind of didn't want to be too kind to the playable characters despite liking them the most. That's it.
No bias. No bias.
Who are your favourite characters, actually? Because mine, I think, are Lev and... in part 1 is Ellie, no doubt. But in part 2, I'd say, Lev and Jesse.
I mean, in part 1, it is absolutely Joel and Ellie's show. So,
Yeah.
they're undeniably the most developed out of the cast.
Yeah.
It's
I do like Bill, though.
Bill's pretty good.
Bill's pretty funny. Medical training, I gave her 26.
26. Yeah, seems reasonable.
She grew up around doctors, but she's not actually a medical specialist like Mel or her dad. And then endurance and survival, I gave her 36. Which is a pretty high. Let me check what I gave.
Are we considering that 40 and above is basically superhuman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think phrasing it like that, yeah, this feels reasonable then.
I gave Joel in part 1 40. Joel in part 2, I gave him 39.
He dropped 1 point.
He dropped 1 point.
That was the only point that he needed to drop.
Yeah, Ellie part 2 is 39, and Ellie part 1 is 32. For comparison, I mean, because Ellie lost 2 fucking fingers and kept fighting. So, to be fair, every time Ellie got captured, she managed to get herself out of it with some assistance.
Oh wait, endurance and survival is kind of endurance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to give the other ones I've got? Because I mean that will be easier, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to Jerry next. I gave him nickname Doc, and I reckoned he was about 49 years old. Let's just stick to the scores. I think I'm overcomplicating it with the nickname.
Yeah, we can sort those out later. You know what I mean?
Names. If you just say, I think I've got a good nickname, let me know and I'll write it down.
Okay. That was weird.
You know, you don't have to.
Sorry, it's just I heard a thing on Discord. It went like someone joined the call. I was like, what's going on?
Oh shit.
This is a private chat.
Possibly they did. Conquest. Okay, Jerry, strength 38.
Oh, sorry, let me just
Yeah, that's cool.
where is he?
Yeah,
there he is.
You have to let me know when you're ready because of the 10-second delay.
And boom, there we go. Okay,
Yeah, it's not very useful in the whole, I didn't do this in alphabetical order, but like, all the images I've sent to you in alphabetical order.
Strength. Let's begin.
Okay, strength 38. Did not realise I'd done that. Oh wait, hang on. This is because I haven't done the Jerry scores yet. They're a duplication of Eddie's. Okay, hang on, let me check who...
You said you did Ellie and Joel?
Oh fuck, I need to check who I have actually done. Okay, the infected are all the same. Okay, let's just ignore... Yeah, let's just do... I've definitely done. That's the same. That's the same. I feel like I did No, Ellie part 2. Let's compare. Okay, I think I've done Dina. There's a way to check this. Bear with. Okay. Yeah, Dina I definitely did. Okay, sorry. Strength 26.
26.
Close combat 22.
22.
Sharpshooter 33.
33.
Yeah, that feels biased as fuck. Stealth threat 38. Jesus
38.
Christ. Crafting and tools 42.
42.
This is why I wanted to do this score sheet, because doing these
42.
off the top of my head. Also, I was ill while I was doing this, so I had some fucking delirious scoring. Crafting and tools is because she's a tool specialist on no return, so this is what
okay, fair enough.
She's good with crafting. Medical training 32, because she does a lot of patching up of characters during the main plot. And then endurance and survival, I gave her 36.
36. Oh, same as Abby.
Yes, I wasn't being very imaginative when I didn't have... It's difficult to compare them when you've got one space. Okay, Joel Part 2 is next on my list. You are freaking out apparently in the 10 seconds ago. Okay, Joel, are you ready for Joel Part 2 Strength?
I am ready for Joel Part 2 Strength.
Sweet. Conquest. Conquest. How long did you does the music last, by the way?
An hour, but I can
actually... No, that'll be fine then. Okay, Joel Part 2, Strength 32.
Strength 32.
Yeah. Combat 40. Ah, you looped it. Very clever.
Strength 32.
I didn't know that was
Combat
a thing.
40.
Sharpshooter 32.
32.
Stealth threat 21.
21.
Crafting and tools 27.
27.
Medical training 23.
23.
And endurance and survival 39.
39. Yep. That's fair.
Okay, next up is Joel Part 1.
Joel Part 1. Strength.
Which you can't bring a picture up for because I can't find the one I used.
Well,
Okay,
it's Joel anyway.
Strength 34.
34.
Close
Yep,
combat
reasonable.
41. Sharpshooter 31.
31, okay. Oh, so you think he actually got a little bit
Well,
better?
because I think that in the 4 years he spent a lot more time with Tommy,
With
who
Tommy.
is
Yeah, he's a very good sniper.
a
so,
military sniper, so I feel like he would have kind of picked up some stuff from spending that extra bit of time with Tommy.
Yep.
Stealth threat is 23. Crafting and tools, I've got him as 26. Medical training 21. I think he again picked some stuff up in Jackson.
Yeah,
He
reasonable.
probably got better at,
And you already said endurance
looking
survival
after
is
himself.
40.
And then endurance and survival is 40. Okay, do you want Ellie Part 2?
Ellie Part 2.
Part 2, okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready. Actually,
Bloody hell,
I'm
that was
not.
quick.
Come to think of it, I need to click open the Ellie Part 2 thing. Okay, there we go. Now I am ready.
Okay, Ellie Part 2, Strength 25.
25.
Close combat 31.
31, okay.
Sharpshooter 34.
34,
Stealth threat 42.
Yep, sounds about right.
Crafting and tools 38.
38, yep,
I'm
she's
just
got a
thinking
lot
of all
of
those
stuff
bloody
to craft.
mines and smoke bombs and shit that she uses on Abby.
Yeah, bomb arrows too.
Yeah, God, bomb arrows, fucking hell. Well, yeah, she makes, like, she can make most of her, like, most important ammo is the arrows and the stealth, the bomb arrows. Medical training's next, isn't it? That's
Yep.
27.
27.
And then endurance and survival, I've got her as 39.
39. Yeah, okay.
And the
Seems
final
reasonable.
prepared one, because I think the clickers is not accurate. Yeah, we'll just go from our own thoughts after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ellie. Did I do Bill? No, I didn't do Bill. Yeah, Ellie Part 1. Strength is 12. Oh, sorry, I haven't checked if you got the picture up.
Boom, there we go. Strength is 12.
Her little face. Yeah, she's a do you remember playing? Oh, you didn't do it on Grounded. Do you remember?
No, but
weak
you can.
her little knife swing?
Yeah.
Adorable. You could not do anything with that knife.
Close
except
combat's
for
going to be pretty
stealth.
low as well, isn't it?
Close combat is 16.
Yep.
Sharpshooter 28 because she is still a pretty damn impressive aim.
Yeah,
when she
she's
needs
the
to be.
Brickmaster.
She is the Brickmaster. That is her. Oh, I don't know if you remember from me sending it you, but that her nickname is Kiddo and her occupation is Brickmaster. For Part 2, I think I changed it to Herding Master. Actually, no, it's Patrolman, but I do feel like changing it to Herding Master. What was
Stealth? I
next?
presume it's going to be pretty
Stealth, 20.
high. 20. Yeah, that's reasonable.
She's pretty good, but she's not quite, scary levels yet.
Yeah.
Crafting and tools, I've put her as 24.
24. Okay. Medical training.
And medical training is 19. She's got some, but again, big improvement, I feel.
Yeah. I mean,
And
she does
endurance and
successfully
survival-
treat Joel.
Yes. Well, she does a bit of a stitch job and then gets some penicillin.
Yeah.
And the endurance and survival is 32.
32, okay.
And
So
that is the last prepared one.
that's the last of us prepared. That's the last of our prepared cards.
Was that deliberate? Were you trying to make a...
I
that just
was
a
trying to make a
hilarious,
thing, but it didn't quite
like,
sound as good as
slip
I
up?
was hoping for.
Okay, so should we just go top to bottom? and go
Yeah,
Bill,
might as
or
well.
Is there any characters? particularly want to go
Get
for.
rid of that first. That is not what I meant. I meant remove that. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, Jerry should not be that strong.
Yeah. He does get finessed by Joel pretty easily.
Yeah, he's got a scalpel, and Joel's like, my scalpel now.
Yeah.
Did you shoot him or did you scalpel him?
Yeah, I think I scalpelled him. I could have shot him, but I think I scalpelled him.
The options were many. Okay, Bill, how strong do you think Bill is?
Bill, he seems pretty strong, and you know he holds himself pretty well.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna have some pretty high scores actually for like all the survival.
He's surviving by himself too.
Yeah, exactly. With a town full of infected because he's using them as protection is pretty metal.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as strong as Abby though, because I don't think he's got abs. I think he's just like, I'd say maybe around Joel's. I'd say either 33 or 35. I think.
Yeah, that sounds
just
reasonable.
Just above or just below.
Just above or just below? That is a tricky one. Let's go with just above.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just on the grounds that
he is thicker than Joel, isn't he? Joel's
Yeah.
really, and so I feel like there'd probably be a bigger punch behind that fist.
close combat. Do we see him fight?
He's got a permanent machete.
Okay.
But he does get grabbed by clickers a lot, and I feel like he's more talented with a gun than he is in close combat.
Same.
Joel's got 41, maybe 38?
38.
Or do you think lower than that? Well, Ellie Part 2's 31 actually. I think she's
Oh
better
yeah, definitely. High 20 or low 30. I'm thinking just.
I go
top of my head.
29.
29, yeah, seems fair, seems reasonable. Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be somewhere in the 30s,
That's
right?
got to be higher. I think better or worse than Ellie.
Part 2 Ellie, that
Sharpshooter.
is.
Part 2, yeah.
I'd say about the same, but
Yeah. Maybe 35? Oh, but we got that for strength. Maybe 33.
33. Yeah, why not? Stealth.
Stealth, he is rubbish. He is like fucking heavy footing around fucking clickers and somehow getting through. And on my permadeath grounded playthrough of part 1, he made me wait so long before unlocking that fucking fence door with the keys, and he's like, oh yeah, I've got the key. A good minute after I got to that door, he was like, oh yeah, I got the key. So I'm still being petty on that and giving him a low stealth. But you can decide the number. 19, yeah, fuck you, Bill.
Crafting and tools, 50. Next question.
Yeah, God, Jesus, yeah, definitely. Maybe 44.
44, yeah, because he's turned his whole town into a trap, basically.
Yeah, he's got to have the highest crafting thing.
Medical training.
I mean, to live on his own, he's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's got to
he'd be
do
fucked.
something.
But
But we also don't see him doing much.
I'd go 30, do you think?
Thir-
or higher?
30 sounds
We
reasonable.
don't actually see
we don't
him
see him-
bandaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we know, actually, we do, because he bandages himself up after Ellie hits him with a pipe, I think.
Oh, that's so.
I think so. So, maybe... Yeah, what do you think? Higher than 30, or do you think that's fine?
Honestly, I could stick with 30.
Yeah, okay, let's leave it. It's gonna take ages if we're too anal about this.
Endurance and survival.
Fuck it, that's gonna be high as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Well, we don't know if he's still
guess.
alive,
Oh, yeah, good point.
especially after finding out about, Frank.
Hmm.
Maybe same as Joel, part 1, 40?
Yeah, seems fair.
Yeah.
Right, on with this.
Bloaters.
On with this
This is going to be the
visually
interesting
appealing
one. This is
gent.
going to be the highest card in some things.
I thought that was a face there for a second. Alas,
Where?
it is not. Just
Oh,
kind of
shit.
there, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wants one.
strength. What's that? 50.
50. I think it's got to be 50.
Bloaters are like the physically strongest
Yeah.
infected.
Like, even though the Rat King is fucking
shit,
dangerous,
the Rat
I don't think it's actually stronger than. Because, I mean, once you get grabbed by a bloater, that's it, you're dead, unless you're Ellie and very lucky because your dad's there with a machete. But the Rat King, you know, has pretty weak arms, despite how big it is. Close combat, I think that's got to be pretty high as well, because you don't want to let them get close.
Yeah.
Do you think high in the 40s again?
Yeah, most likely. 40, 41, do you think?
I think 41, yeah. We you know, I feel like they've still got to be defeatable in some of these scores, otherwise the bloater's going to be a bullshit card.
Sharpshooter, can they lob something?
Oh yeah, they throw spores, don't they? I'd still give it low because it's more of an area of effect attack.
Yeah, it's not like
maybe
pinpoint aiming.
11?
Yeah, that sounds good. Stealth's going to be garbage for sure.
0. Can
Crafting
you have
and
0 or
tools.
do you just have? Because I mean, they can't really sneak up on you. These
No.
ones.
Crafting and tools.
Crafting and tools.
Do we count the
0?
bloat thingies as tools or not?
No.
I guess they're not
don't
really
think.
tools.
They're
Gotta be
not
0.
crafted. I mean, the fungal grows them, I guess. Maybe 2?
2, okay. 2.
Yeah, sorry, I'd say that way too late.
Training.
What do you think, medical training? Does it count? Because the kind of like, they don't really heal themselves, do they? I mean, we've never seen a bloater survive. You encounter one and you have to kill it to survive.
Yeah, so,
I'll give that a 0.
Yeah. Endurance and survival. They endure a lot of bullets before they go down.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty high. That's got to be 48?
48. 48 it is.
I mean, especially off the show, which you couldn't kill. Like, they had how many soldiers blasting that thing, and it lived?
Yeah.
Clickers. What do you think for clickers? Because they're not particularly strong, but they're
very scary in close combat. If you let them get their
going to be higher
hands
in
on
close
you,
combat,
they will
feel like they're
pull
gonna
your
be
jaw
in
apart.
front. Yeah, they're an instant kill if they grab you. So close combat's got to be higher than bloaters, I think.
42 then.
42, yeah. There's definitely some bias for us two about keeping Abby higher. Strength can be weaker.
Well, I mean,
like...
in a way, it makes sense because you know if you've got momentum, you can just melee them.
Yeah. So maybe you melee killed a clicker?
Yeah, if you've got if you've got the adrenaline rush thingy or whatever it's called.
That never happened to me. That's never happened to me. I've always been killed. Maybe 25?
25 seems reasonable.
Because I mean, once they grab you, you're done. So they've got to be pretty strong to be able to hold you for that kill.
Yeah.
Sharpshooters 0. I mean, they
don't have any ranged attacks.
They don't have any throw. Yeah, no, they just run. Stealth 0. They don't really sneak up. Well, yeah, because they click.
They click, so they're noisy. Yeah.
If you're clicking. I mean, a bloater fucking doesn't really click. They just kind of roar and run up on you. But I feel like they don't.
Crafting and tools. I'm gonna guess that's also a 0.
Yeah, I think so. They don't grow anything. I feel like stealth for bloater might be 0 as well, but we can leave that for now.
Yeah.
Medical training 0. Endurance. What do you think about endurance and survival for them?
I don't know if it counts, but you can shoot them in the head, and you have to shoot them in the head again.
Yeah, that's true. Also, if an infected knows it's going to die, it will crawl off somewhere and create and become another form of the infection, which is the environmental
thing when they're on the
type
wall.
of fungus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making spores.
Yeah, so that's also a form of survival, but for the fungal spores rather than the being itself. So, what do you think? High 30?
Yeah, high 30
a bit
sounds
lower
good.
than that.
37? 38?
Yeah, go with 37.
Next up is fucking David.
Fucking David. Strength. He's pretty weak, actually, isn't he? He's fucking thin and wily. He's
Yeah.
thin and wiry. He gets grabbed when he's trying to help you, and then don't forget he gets absolutely fucked up by a 14-year-old who doesn't have a knife. Oh no!
Is that another clicker? That is another clicker.
Yeah, it's just it will be on the same card. I just wanted to have show multiple, for the infected types. This is these are all the types of infected you can get for the clicker. How they looked slightly different. I think, in the teens maybe. He's not very strong, and he never actually punches. He's just he just has a machete.
Yeah.
I'd say 19.
19.
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Close combat.
He's got a machete.
He does have a machete, and if he catches
he gets
you,
snuck up on repeatedly, and
stabbed in the neck.
There's a petty side of me that wants to make David the worst card. Yeah, I don't think he's very good. He's, the only reason they've survived is by fucking eating people. They're not actually good survivors, they just bullshitters. You lure people in and take advantage of their own dead, community members. What do you think, though?
Yeah, close combat is probably pretty low as well.
14.
14 it is. Sharpshooter, we don't see him shoot, do we?
And he also says, "Wow, you're a better shot than I am."
Yeah.
Ellie.
To Ellie. So by definition, we have to make it lower than 28.
Yeah. 20.
20.
20. I think that's gonna be pretty low. Other than infected, that's gonna be probably the lowest. Stealth. He sneaks up on you, and it's pretty creepy, pretty scary. But
even at the start, he gets caught out by Ellie, with a bow.
Yeah, he gets out stealthed various times. So
18.
What do you think? 15. If that's what you said.
I said 18, but 15 I'll take as well.
Sorry, I'm being really petty. Let's go for 18. He does get the jump on Ellie when she's drawn before he locks them in and sets the fucking place ablaze. What was his plan there?
Yeah.
Crafting and tools. I mean, he can make a mean stew, I assume.
Yeah. He does have some resources, but it's it feels like he's just losing resources the whole time, and we've just got to the point where so I don't think he's managing his resources particularly well.
He's also, I feel like he's skimming off the more talented members of his community.
Yeah.
So
25.
I'd go 23. I'd go
23.
I mean, Ellie is 24 for crafting and tools, actually.
Yeah.
In part 1. I'd go like even maybe 12.
12. Bloody hell.
Fuck the guy. I mean, he doesn't do any in the entire
thing.
I still hate that episode. Like, of the show, that's like my most least favorite episode. Like, nothing good happens except for when Joel beats the fuck out of those people.
Yeah.
And some like funny lines when Ellie is like threatening them with the rifle at the start. Other than that episode, I hate it. Medical training. They have drugs. They don't know shit.
We're gonna go 9. With like, yeah, 9. Okay, endurance and survival.
Well, he don't do either.
Yep, he doesn't do either. I'd easily put him. I wouldn't put him anywhere over 12.
Go 11 then. I think he survived 20 years. We'll give him that.
Okay, so we've got Fedra next?
Fedra, yeah. So this is going to be like the average of the average solder? Yes, we're going to solder the Fedra together.
Soldering the Fedras together to get an average Fedra.
Yeah, like a Rat King, but made out of Fedra.
That is horrifying. Okay, so, first, strength.
What do you, I mean, they're military trained, but that doesn't mean that they're, you know, they eat well. They eat better than the people they're protecting. But they're not going to be overtly they're not going to be Abby levels of, you know, being able to bulk up.
Yeah.
20 something?
20. If they're 20 something, they're a fair bit lower than Joel, part 1.
Yeah, but I've also I've noticed that Ellie's only 25. I feel mean. We can change some of the characters that we've already done.
Yeah.
So, what would be your shout for the average Fedra?
Average Fedra, I guess 30 on the nose.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Close combat.
That sounds good to me.
Do they do it?
Do they do it? Yes, they do. They can, if you get caught, they will punch the fuck out of Joel.
Ah, okay.
Close combat. What would be your shout for this? Sorry, it's difficult to think of some of these.
Especially since this is like the average Fedra soldier.
I know, exactly. I mean, but technically if you look at it, they're all, you know, they're going to be just the same, aren't they? Probably across the board from a gameplay point of view. So maybe that's fair. Maybe we could just make them pretty consistent, like 30s. So they'll be better than some characters at some on, you know, some things, but worse than on others. We could change it later as well.
Yeah, true. Stealth.
Just make it. I mean, they're pretty shit at stealth because they just guard things very badly. So maybe
15?
20 for stealth.
20 okay.
15, yeah, go for 15. Crafting and tools, they have everything made by the people in the quarantine zones.
Yeah.
So them personally, I don't think they're very good at crafting. Maybe 15 again.
15, okay, dude.
Medical training, they're going to have to be a bit better. Maybe 20 something, 22?
22, okay. Endurance and survival.
Well, I mean, I never met a Fedra soldier who survived. So, except the, you know, the ones that kill me, but we don't talk about those ones.
Yeah.
What do you think?
25.
Yeah, good. Henry. You're gonna have to defend Henry because I am feeling very petty because Permadeath Part 1 was going really fucking well. I got through the entirety of Bill's Town without dying once, and that's the first fucking bloater. Right? And the car push, which in Grounded is a pain in the ass, that car pushing sequence. Didn't die once. Get to Henry's section, literally just met him, and he does nothing on Grounded. I have died 16 times while Henry watched. I had 4 deaths on my permadeath run before Henry got involved. I've died 16 times now. 16 additional times. I am pissed because Henry does fucking nothing on Grounded, which isn't his fault, it's how the game's programmed. The allies don't do shit on Grounded except for Ellie, who throws bricks and stabs people. But still, it annoys the fuck out of me. So you're gonna have to defend Henry. What should we make his strength?
Well, he seems reasonably
he looks a bit
physically muscly.
Yeah, it's gonna help when people have got vests on so we can see their arms.
Yeah.
You reckon 30? 31 to make him be able to beat a Fedra?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, because Joel's a little stronger than him, isn't
he? Yeah.
So, yeah, 31 seems reasonable.
Also, like, kind of, you know, from age-wise, Henry's, supposed to be in his prime, while Joel's a little bit after that. Joel's got the height advantage and is probably a bit bigger, which will give him something, but, like, he's supposed to also be kind of, like, prime fitness-wise, anyway. Close combat. I mean, he shivs that one guy, but he loses to Joel on their first interaction almost immediately.
That is true.
So, what do you think? 28?
Yeah, 28 sounds good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter 0. He doesn't shoot anything on Grounded.
Yeah, he does not shoot shit.
He's pretty good with a gun, isn't
he? He's pretty good. I mean, like, not to bring up the death, but he does shoot Sam while Sam is very close to Ellie, so he's got to be pretty good aim to get Sam and not hurt Ellie. What's the highest one currently is Ellie Part 2 of 42. Nowhere near that. Maybe 30? Although he's not better than Joel.
Who? Where? Ellie Part 2 has 34.
Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong category.
You're looking at stealth.
I was, yeah, sorry. 34, okay. 27, 28? Make him the same as Ellie Part 1?
Yeah, that sounds good, actually.
That's reasonable, isn't it?
Stealth.
Again, he doesn't really do shit, but when he helps out with stealth, he's good.
Yeah. Maybe...
Joel Part 1 is 23... About there? 24 maybe? 22?
Yeah, a little bit higher?
A little bit higher. He's smaller than Joel, which will help him kind of hide
behind things more easily.
Hide behind things and
less of him to see.
Yeah, also him and Sam stayed hidden, alone a lot better than Joel did. The number of times we had to deal with those fucking what are they called actually? That faction that we deal with in Pittsburgh.
Oh, huh.
Are they just
raiders or
hunters?
Hunters
or raiders? Yeah, the raiders are the ones Tommy's down. Whereas, yeah, they're just called the hunters. Crafting and tools.
Crafting and
He's
tools.
Pretty good. What do you think? I mean, one of the first things we see is him bandaging himself after getting like stabbed by Ellie and attacked by Joel, but we don't really see him make much, do we?
Yeah.
He seems pretty to average, like Fedra.
Yeah, he seems to, judging from his chats with Sam, he seems pretty like pragmatic about the whole situation.
Oh yeah, they only pick up resources that they need. So that kind of suggests that they do know how to make a load of stuff to survive. So I'd go with mid-20s or low-20s. 21?
Yeah, 21 will do.
Yeah.
Medical training, like you said, he patches up his arm.
Well, our bar is on the ground for medical training, and it's just like he can wrap some bandage around an arm.
That's an impressive feat.
It is, it's very impressive. You checked the volumes, didn't you? Yeah, because I checked the music to be heard, so we're all good. Yeah. What do you think of medical training?
Damn.
Well, let's look at other people for comparison.
Yeah, good idea.
Bill's got 30. Ellie Part 2's got 27. Is he going to be better or worse than Fedra at medical training? He's going to be better than Fedra because he's actually got to survive.
Yeah.
In the fucking wilderness. On the outside.
Would you say he's better or worse than Abby?
Worse. I think.
Yeah.
I think Abby's lived in a fucking war for 4 years.
Should we go 24 then?
Yeah, go for 24.
Then endurance and survival.
I don't want to be mean here, but I feel like he doesn't admit that he couldn't get out of Pittsburgh without Joel's help.
Yeah.
And not to put too fine a point on it, he didn't. Well, I mean, there's a reason for that, which wasn't really him. It wasn't the world that killed him physically.
Yeah.
But it broke his soul.
Depends. Are we including mental endurance in this category?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be about physical endurance, but the fact is that he died due to a horrible tragedy and taking his own life, rather than he died to other circumstances. 30? 32?
32 to match with Ellie Part 1.
Oh, maybe not. Go 30, I think, then.
30 it is. Okay, we got Isaac.
I feel like we're going to end up changing the Ellie scores at some point, because I feel like some of them are too low and some of them are... Well, especially... maybe just too low. Isaac...
Strength.
Jeffrey Wright. Commissioner Gordon.
Gordon.
Do you know how... Have you seen the teaser for Season 2?
There's a teaser?
Yeah, it's at the end of an HBO ad, so they showed footage from loads of shows, and then the last 40 seconds is all Last of Us Season 2. And there's a shot of Isaac shooting someone in what looks like a kitchen. Right, we don't see the person he's shooting, we just see him raise the gun and blam. But it looks so much to me like, there's that little kitchen in the, that Hillcrest, that town that Ellie goes through looking for Tommy, and then it turns out to be Jesse. And there's that pub restaurant with the Shambler in it, and then you get through those double doors into a kitchen. I'm convinced that's where that scene's been shot. That kitchen, because it just looks like it, and I do get the sense that Isaac might have been in that town at one point. would be an interesting, like, because I guarantee we're going to get an Isaac flashback episode about the forming of the WLF and stuff like that. Strength. He's pretty old. And there's a certain point where you'd lose that.
I question,
but
are those on his image here, are those pectorals? Or are those more flabby?
I think they're more flabby.
I suppose he's giving out the orders, but he actually doesn't do that much fighting himself, does he?
He goes onto the island, but that's like the only thing he does himself. You know,
yeah, they're
beyond,
charging like the light
past.
brigade.
Yeah, and he's probably just shooting people on the island, not actually fighting them physically. Because he's got like a whole army with him to do that for him. So, yeah, I'd say... Well, we've got... Dina's got 26. Maybe...
27? 28? I mean, he's got to be higher than fucking David, right?
Yeah. He's higher than David. I think he'd be stronger than Ellie, because Ellie's not like a strength-based character.
Yeah.
So I'd say either, maybe 27, 28. I think.
Close combat. Okay, so as we just spoke of, he never really gets into close combat.
He's also supposed to like have a false leg, a peg leg.
Oh, really?
That's how Jeffrey Wright played him with like a limp, but it's not like a limp, like a shot.
An injury.
He's missing part of his leg. So you've got to feel like, how did he lose the leg?
But not just that. That's going to make him,
slower. Slower, and it also means that he probably lost a close combat in the past.
Yeah.
That's a good point. You know how in The Walking Dead people are constantly having their limbs chopped off to save you from infection?
Yeah.
Does that save you? Would that save you in The Last of Us if you get bit and then someone chops off your arm?
Depends how quickly that... they turn in hours, don't they?
Yeah.
Then again, they kind of... Do they turn in hours in Walking Dead, or is it just...
No, I mean, if you think about Dale. Oh, you haven't read the comics. Okay, shit. Who's... the sharpshooter who in the prison, who's the sister of... Ah, fuck. The really weird thing about me in The Walking Dead is that once a character died, I forgot their name and I forgot their face.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many characters and I just... They just, like, I knew their face and I knew their name, but couldn't put them together. Matey boy with the axe who goes absolutely ham on a load of walkers, and you think he's died, but he survives, like, with no bites. And then later he dies. He had a sister who's really good, like, with a sniper. She gets, like, together with this guy, and he gets bitten and then eaten by the cannibals. But basically he survives like a whole day after being bitten, or like a day and a half. So the walker bite, depending on where it is is a matter of hours. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, got sidetracked. Close combat for Isaac. 20?
20, yeah. 20.
Sharpshooter. I mean, he walked onto the island with only a pistol. He's got to be pretty good aim, otherwise that just like...
No, it would just be suicidal, yeah.
Like, just walking onto an island filled with the enemy with only a pistol. If he's not one-shotting these people, he's just there as like a mascot.
He's swallowed shampoo is what he's done.
Yeah. Stealth. We never see him do stealth, but I imagine at some at
don't
one
we need
point.
to put down a number for sharpshooter first?
Oh. Yeah, good point. You're the sniping expert.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that he probably. Well, let's see. We got a bit that. I'm gonna go with.
Tommy's not on this list.
You're right.
How the fuck did I forget Tommy?
How did you forget Tommy?
I think I forgot to send the picture. Like, damn. That is, oof.
Oh, whoops, not there yet. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I think I'd go with an on the nose 30. That sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't sure if you were gonna add another number.
Stealth.
30 stealth, yes.
Stealth.
Stealth. We don't. I feel like he's more of like a kind of mind games type of stealthy man. Like he was positioning and manipulating Fedra. You know, Fedra defectors.
Yeah.
But I don't think he is personally that stealthy. What have we got on the low? We've got Fedra at 15, so he's got to be higher than them because he fucked them over. Maybe 17? Oh, fucking David was 18. Maybe 19 then?
19 it is.
That matches
to match
Bill, who has a similar body type.
Yeah, I can see that then. That seems reasonable. Crafting and tools.
I mean, they crafted some pretty good propaganda. You know, bare your fangs. It's good. It's a good name. Good idea. We don't really see him. I mean, he probably would have been involved in the whole pipe bomb origins.
Yeah.
You know, Abby and the WLF use pipe bombs, so that must have come from somewhere. And I feel like that's a nasty type of weapon, but Isaac would have gone, we're going to do that. So, again, it's difficult. Because a lot of these characters are going to be quite difficult because we don't see enough. What do you think for crafting the tools? Are we thinking
a bit above
higher
average?
Than, yeah, around average.
Yeah, so maybe 26, 27? Or are you thinking higher?
I'm thinking maybe a bit lower, actually.
A bit lower, okay.
Well, because I mean, we don't. know,
yeah, we don't see him.
He's more of a.
Yeah, in hindsight, actually.
We don't see enough to definitively know, but I don't. Good putting him above someone like, you know, Ellie in part 1, who's only got 24, and if you look at like Bill's got 44, Fedra have got 15. I feel like he's about around Fedra, to be honest.
Okay.
In that department, because I mean, it could have been someone on his on the original W. Kind of came up with pipe bombs after giving that whole argument.
Okay, so 17, should we say?
17 sounds good. Medical training. I mean, he's
got guys to do that. Oh yeah.
Exactly. He has a whole guys. So maybe. What do you think? Fedra's quite a good, useful one because it's so average and it makes up of people, so we can kind of think, well, as a collective, and Isaac leads the collective.
As for his own medical training, like you say, he survived his...
Maybe 21, match him up with Joel.
Yeah, that sounds good, actually. Endurance and survival. Well, I mean, just like we said, we have to give him some props for losing a limb and then just trucking on.
Yeah, and he led a war for, what,
like
15 years, maybe?
Yeah, bloody hell, that's...
you know, around that, you know, probably if it was if it was a good while after the outbreak and that Fedra fell, because it's 20 years of Fedra, you know, in Joel's point of view, and Fedra is still going strong in Boston, and I wonder how long it's been since, you know, maybe like say 10 years in Seattle, but the Fedra ran things, and then it all fell apart into the second decade. And then he led a war for 10 years, and then an additional 4 years when Abby got involved. Theraphyte war started. So I think he's got to be pretty high. Maybe 35?
35. Let me just eyeball some of these.
Dina's got 36. So yeah.
30.1. Yeah, 35 sounds about right. For the time being.
Hey, we're down to my second petty least favourite character. Jerry, he wanted to murder a child because of his ego over saving the world. Strength, he was a doctor. He didn't punch anyone. Well, he looked like if he did, it could hurt. Maybe not lots, but, you know, it could hurt. What do you think?
Oh, also, I haven't actually put Jerry up there yet. There we go.
Oh,
Jerry.
shit, yeah. Jerry, you've grown an amazing beard, mate. Jerry, you've grown an amazing face mask.
Just looking at him. Yeah, he's clearly not...
I did, for his actual card, I'm going to change it to where he's being dad mode rather than being, you know, I'm about to die as a doctor mode.
Yeah.
Because I felt a bit mean when I was making the card, but now I'm back on fuck Jerry. Mental state.
Does he ever do the... do him and Abby ever do the lift the person up to get high?
No.
Okay, they don't do that.
The only time there's like elevation is when in that level is when Abby jumps onto the roof and then falls off it into the mud. Although he does force like a metal gate open so that Abby can get through it. So maybe. What if Fedra got 30? Maybe give him 31, about the same as Henry?
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna have dad bod though, isn't he? He's not particularly athletic. He's gonna have dad bod.
We've given Isaac 27, and I'm just thinking, arm wrestling. You put these two in an arm wrestling match.
Isaac would destroy him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Although he's got to have really steady hands, so maybe he's actually he's probably got a lot of strength in his hands, but not in his arms. I think we can review some of these when we eventually. A second stream where we just go, oh shit, what did we do? What did you make me do?
What did you make me do?
Close combat. I mean, the only time we see him do that, he loses. Again, he's a doctor.
Kind of eat dirt to Joel with nothing while he has a scalpel. Like, you can just walk in front of him and yoink!
I do kind of want to know if it's possible to die to Jerry.
Like, at all?
Yeah, like, hang on, let me look it up quickly. Think of a number and give me a number for Jerry's close combat, and I'll see if I agree or not.
Just looking at some of the characters, trying to weigh it up. Let's go with this. I've gone with 18.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with that. Sharpshooter. He has a rifle, we do not see him use it. But, I mean, surely if he's got one and survive,
Yeah.
then... maybe,
Better or worse than Federer? Better or worse than Henry? If I gave him 31, what would that look like? That'd look like Joel Part 1. I don't think he's as good as Joel Part 1, you know what I mean?
27?
27, yeah.
Wait, that's one... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's Ellie Part 1. And Ellie's pretty damn good, but, you know... But she's not, like, that experienced, so... I can't see anyone who's, like... tried it to try to die to Jerry, so... Okay, so answer is no, I don't know, or... Stealth. 9.
9.
I mean, my guy does nothing. He's a doctor, he's like the leader... Well, he's the leader of that hospital, actually, of that outpost.
As for
I feel
crafting
like beyond just being a doctor,
Hmm.
maybe you have to be pretty good to do that.
Crafting and tools wise, given that he's a doctor, he'd probably be really good at improvising, you know.
Yeah, that's good idea, actually. Maybe Jerry finally gets in the 40 realms. Maybe 41?
41 for crafting and tools? I mean, what are we going to give him
I
for
think
medical
so.
training?
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, we've been pretty mean to him the rest of the time.
He was.
I mean, he's got to be like 45. He's the
Yeah.
only professional doc.
He's such a good doctor that, like, after he died, someone left a tape saying, well, now no one can make a cure.
Yeah. And
So they
to be
clearly
fair,
thought he was really good
I
at
don't
it.
think he could have made that cure.
Well,
But
yeah.
he's the only one who could have tried. So.
And endurance and survival, he takes one scalpel and dies. So
yeah.
that feels kind of weird to say it like that.
I mean, you're not wrong, though.
What's that going to be then? Maybe 20...
What are the others? We've got Fedorov got 25. Fucking David's got 11. Maybe 24?
24, yeah.
He's
Jesse,
been through some stuff,
okay.
but again, he died very quickly.
Okay, all done. Next, WLF.
Jesse! The bias is showing.
What are you talking about? There's no bias here. Okay, strength. Let's see.
Strength.
He's more on the
how's-
lean side.
Yeah. He hasn't got the same power as, say, Joel would, but I feel like he's kind of still... he's in the early... He's probably not actually in his prime yet, because he's... Oh, poor Jesse, he didn't get there.
God damn.
He's still going to be, like, around 20.
Yeah.
And I think the body kind of reaches that, like, perfect fitness if you looked after it. At about 24, 25.
Let's see. We've got Henry's at 31.
Yeah.
Something
Maybe
similar?
33?
Yeah, 33.
That's still lower than Joel because Joel's got that. He's bigger.
Yeah.
But I think Jesse's can still hold himself. He does, go deal with an entire WLF squadron on his own, and leaves it only with a limp. Close combat. We don't see him do much, but I get the sense that he is very capable of. He's also the leader of the patrol, so he's very good at dealing with raiders and infected, most of which would be in close combat. I'm kind of tempted to give him like a high 30. What's Abby got? 44. Ellie's got 31. Dina's got 22. Joel's got low 40s. Maybe 36? Do you think?
Yeah, I can see 36. Sharpshooter. He's pretty good with a gun.
He's pretty good. He's not. Oh, I get the feeling that he kind of took over from Tom.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I get the same sense.
I feel like he would be, pretty damn good. Even though we don't see enough, but in some ways it's like the position he has within Jackson kind of lends a lot more to suggestion.
Let's see some other characters. Dina's at 30. Bill's at 33. Abby's 24.
We could match him at Dina, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be better than Ellie because he doesn't have the real experience, but he's still going to be pretty damn good. I'd say over 33 or 32. Yeah, you've got cool. Stealth. I mean, he does get spotted by the WLF, but he then survives.
So he had to re-enter stealth.
Jesse, he probably kind of waved and tried to greet them as be like, "Hey guys," and then we
got an outsider.
That kind of thing, and then he's like, "Oh, what the?" Is what I think probably happened.
Yeah.
There.
Given that he made it, though, I'm gonna say. Also, actually, this is more of a joke thing, but he snuck up on Ellie as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, he did. Okay, Ellie's got 42. Maybe give him 39.
Yeah. Crafting
if you can
tools.
Sneak up on the very bed.
Yeah. Even if it was only for a moment. It's still notable.
Yeah. Do you ever think about how she knew it was him though? Because his hand must smell if she's like, "Oh, I know smell that scent of just his hands." Jesse.
I mean,
even she would have stabbed him.
Yeah.
He grabs her and covers her mouth. If she didn't recognize him very quickly,
you probably would have
had the acting and the emotion in his face is just her going, "Why the fuck is Jesse here?" It's disbelief that he's actually there until she turns around and goes, "Oh, it is actually."
Oh, it actually is Jesse. I mean, she does. They do spend a lot of time together, that trio, basically. Yeah. So it does make sense that I mean, it doesn't even have to be a conscious thing. It could just be subconsciously she's recognizing this scent and just.
Yeah. Well, I just think also in this world, body cleaning products are not going to be that readily available.
They can do that stuff from Fight Club and make soap out of.
I knew you were going to bring that up. Why did I? It's such a wild fucking part of that film when it's oh yeah, we burn each new member to make some fucking soap is bonkers.
Yeah. Anyway, we're on crafting and tools.
We're on crafting and tools. I think in No Return he starts with extra crafted stuff. I don't know if that's like because he's crap at crafting, and so they've given him a bag full of stuff, or if that's because he's so good he always comes prepared.
Yeah.
You can kind of read it either way. And that's, if I'm correct, that might be me misremembering.
I mean, another potential way of reading it is that he hangs out with Dina a lot, and she's really good at crafting.
This is true.
I'd lean towards more like he's okay, but you know, I mean, if Dina's like the main crafter, then he's not going to be crafting as much because, like, why doesn't Dina? Dina could just do it, and she'll do it better.
Yeah. What's Dina got for that?
Dina's got flipping 42.
36?
36. Yeah, okay.
Jesse is hanging around in the high 30s in most of these.
I mean, truth be told, I
know it's not 50, but we are to our best boy.
Medical training.
I mean, Dina patches him up.
Yeah.
So, kind of mixed feelings there.
Yeah. I'd assume, I'd guess he's on the lower end in medical training.
What are the low? Fedra have got 22. Maybe Henry's got 20. I go 25.
25. Yeah. Okay. Endurance and survival.
He got across the entire country on his own.
By himself, he followed. Ellie and Dina.
While like,
Hello? You there? Uh-oh, has a disaster occurred? Oh, you haven't dropped any frames. I think you may have lost your microphone or something. Could have phrased that better. I suspect I understand what is occurring presently. Henceforth, I must continue this by myself, much like Jesse did getting there. Now, admittedly, Jesse did not survive the events of the game. He took a bullet to the face, and it was very sad and very sudden. But I'm going to say that, I mean, it was to Abby, and she's. I mean, we gave her 24 sharpshooter, even though she nails like 2 headshots in that scene. Although, admittedly, one of them does survive, so it can't have been that good a headshot. Let's see what other characters have. Let's see, we've got 24 over here on Jerry. It's got to be higher than Jerry for sure. Not quite higher than Abby, I'd guess. Definitely higher than fucking David. I mean, if part 1 Ellie has 32... I'd go with... Yeah, I'd go with 29, maybe 28. Let's go with 29.
Hello.
Hello.
My fucking controller turned off, my PlayStation controller turned off, and for some reason that links to my headphones. So if my controller turns off, it turns off my headphones as well. So that's what happened there. I was thinking we'd lost Discord or the stream had dropped or something. So sorry about that. I did not remember to occasionally twiddle the controller. Because I didn't come prepared.
I gave Jesse 29 for endurance.
Cool. Yeah. I see nothing wrong with that. What did Dina have? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I need to catch up again because I'm not live anymore. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm back on the live. The WLF. Well, they beat Fedra. What do you think about the average kind of WLF soldier?
The average... Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, wait, let me scroll down and... Oh, we don't have a...
Jordan or... Like, oh, yeah, you the only option for that image is Jordan.
Jordan it is.
Yeah, because I haven't downloaded the photos of the...
oh, is Jordan getting a thing of his own?
No, because he's barely an entity, honestly.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because he's the Ellie's first victim. But at the same time, I feel like he's just a greater kind of example of the greater WLF, and he is his own character. And like some of the other of those Salt Lake crew don't even get their own bloody character models on the thing. So, I can 35 or kind of just barely above Fedra, do you think? I mean, they're all soldiers.
Yeah.
In a never-ending war with the Seraphites, so they've got to be pretty good.
Yeah, what do we put for Fedra? That's 30.
We put 30 for Fedra. Maybe 35?
Yeah, I would put him a little higher.
Yeah. Close
combat. There's some heavies that are really good at close combat and will mess you up.
Those Seraphites, there's big Seraphites, there aren't big WLF.
Oh, there aren't. My bad.
But the WLF are pretty nasty in close combat as well, though. They have like axes and shit. And they got fucking dogs.
Okay, 34?
Maybe 35 again?
30, yeah. Sharpshooting. They have a shooting range, so...
And a lot of snipers.
Yeah, and a lot of snipers.
A lot of rifles.
So that's got to be pretty high.
Yeah. 36?
Yeah.
Wait, what's Ellie part 2? Is she, well...
Part 2 Ellie is...
specialist at...
Yeah.
Maybe you finally have someone who actually beats Ellie in a
shootout. They can be pretty accurate.
Hang on. Their average is now higher than Ellie, and Ellie bodies the entire WLF.
Yeah.
Like, canonically, Ellie goes to Seattle and over 3 days demolishes like half of their soldiers, and the other half get exterminated on the island. And they're currently beating her on every score.
Yeah.
We'll leave it for now.
Yeah, let's.
But we can always put Ellie up, actually, to be fair, because she was the first one I did on my own. We haven't actually agreed or whatever on Ellie's. Yeah. Stealth. I mean, they don't really stealth though, do they? They just kind of stand around guarding shit and get picked off by Seraphites and by
Ellie. Maybe 10.
We gave David 18. Maybe we'll give them 19 to be
19
or 20.
There we go.
Well, they're going to be the average WLF soldier is going to be better at stuff than Isaac. So 20.
Crafting tools. Oh yeah, 20 it is.
They're good at that. Yeah.
I'll just type in 20. There we go. Crafting and tools. They definitely. I mean, some of them are crafting bullets as well, aren't they? Like crafting their own bullets.
Yeah, Abby can craft bullets, so.
So that's pretty high for sure.
Yeah. We should do a lightning round with someone. Lev, we'll just give Lev fucking mad points for everything. Lightning round. Crafting and tools. What's Abby got? 29.
Abby's got 29.
What's Dina got? 42.
30. 30.
Ellie Part 2's... Ellie Part 2 crafting's got 38. Maybe 34?
30. Yeah, 34.
I think that's pretty good, but it's not too... It's not, you know, crafting arrows and explosive arrows and...
Medical training...
Everything that Dina can do.
Must be pretty high.
They have a whole squad of medics who
Yeah,
go
like
out
Mel.
with each, like, battalion, so they've got to be... if Jerry's got 45, I maybe think they deserve, like, 41 for medical training.
Yeah.
They're pretty damn good at medical training.
Endurance and survival. Survived 15 years against the Seraphites. Survived 3 days against Ellie.
Yeah, and then got exterminated in a mutual basically
kill.
A death cult. See, that just became like one massive death cult on that last day. I like how Ellie has no idea that happened.
Oh yeah, she's just chilling out of the theatre while that's all going down.
Yeah, she's just chilling out in the theatre, having mild PTSD after accidentally killing a pregnant woman. Endurance and survival. They did last a long time. What's Isaac got for that? 35.
Isaac's got 35.
Maybe match it then, because I think he's a good kind of epitome of that. You know, the WLF is Isaac in a lot in that regard in the endurance and survival.
Okay, stream's been up for... God, what? How has it only been up for 1 hour 45 minutes? We're halfway through.
Well, should we do Lev and shall we leave the rest for another time? Because I think we're both getting a bit tired. Let's do Lev because Lev is best boy, and then we'll start
the last arrow bender
for another stream.
So strength, Lev is just a child.
Yeah, what's Ellie Part 1?
Part 1
She's
Ellie...
12. I think Lev is a bit older than Ellie in Part 1, would we say?
Maybe a year or two, but...
Maybe 13, 14, a little bit stronger?
Yeah. 13, 14. So that's... Close combat. Lev comes equipped with a knife, as you can see right there.
He is good with a knife, and like, even though he's got the bow and arrow, which you wouldn't think close combat, he's good at like a quick shot.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Ellie's going to be a really useful point of comparison, I think, for Lev. 16, maybe 17?
Yeah. I'd even go far as 18. I mean...
Yeah.
The WLF and the other Seraphites are pretty good at close combat, and Lev can help you with close combat, can't he?
Yeah. He's very similar to Ellie in the fact that if you get in trouble as Abby, he will come up behind and stab whoever's got you.
Yeah.
Like in the back. So I hope we play as Lev if they make another game. Like, I think it would just make sense to keep continuing and playing as the kind of the protected character. Yeah, I'd say 16, 17 for close combat. Sharpshooter.
Absolutely deadly with that bow.
He is, yeah. 30?
Yeah, 30 seems reasonable, honestly.
Stealth. He takes out... He's really good at using the forest when we first meet him.
Yeah.
Because he's not aiming to kill, he's like aiming to distract long enough for Yara to, you know, get herself out of there. Although I guess if he could kill them, he would have done.
Definitely on the higher
maybe,
scale of things.
Maybe 18?
18. Lower than Part 1 Ellie?
I think so, because Ellie survives on her own, while Lev is always with Yara or Abby.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
While Ellie survives all of winter on her own, stealth killing fuckers, because that's the only way she can, really. Crafting and tools. We don't see him make anything. And he's not, and he kind of believes in the original teaching of the Seraphites, which don't like using supplies from the old world. So that should actually probably be in like really low. Like 15 or something. Or maybe even less.
What
do you think?
15 matches with Fedra. Yeah, it's...
Depends if he crafts his own arrows.
Oh, that's a good point.
At a certain point, surely he's got to, because, I mean, he seems to have an infinite supply of them, and he's not getting them from the Seraphites anymore.
Yeah, actually, let's try again with that one. Let me have a look-see at some of these. Isaac got 17. Can we give Lev 18?
Yeah, give it Lev 18.
Medical training.
Is there a way to, on Excel to see if you've got, like, if each kind of, row has a number higher than, you kind of, like, cross-referenced, and, like, so that every single card can win by at least one? Do you think?
I'll look into that.
Okay, cheers. Medical training. I mean, he asks Abby. Well, Abby helps with Yara's arm initially. He bandages himself up a few times, so he's capable of looking after himself. Ellie Part 1's got 19, maybe 14.
Yeah.
I don't know how much medical training the Seraphites have, really. And I don't know, I get the sense of essential oils and natural kind of ingredients might be their thing.
Yeah. That sounds...
Endurance and survival, though, Lev's got to be pretty high on that.
Yes.
Abby's got 36. Ellie Part 1's got 32. I'm tempted to give him like 33 or 34, because he survives, and like the beach. He's super fucking weak, but he still survives the beach, and adults didn't survive that. We don't know how long him and Abby were out there for, but do you think 34?
34 sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I guess that'll conclude it for now.
Yes.
And we will be back next week to finish it.
Or when Bradley's finished strangling me for the horrible idea of number entry. I feel like I should pay you for this.
It's interesting, it's fun. It's just also tiring as well.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's because we're fucking using our brains, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do that in ages. Do you know how head empty I was for the grounded streams? God damn. But yeah, do you want to do the sign off or shall I?
You can do the sign off. It sounds like you've thought of something.
Endure and fuck off.